Jace LeJeune from Gridiron Football here with Coach Brett Beard, one of my favorite coaches out here at Denham Springs High School. Coach Beard, I know this is spring football, just getting you guys into football rhythm and everything. What do you think about these guys and how they've really done so far through a couple of weeks?
Yeah, a really exciting time because, we graduated a big senior class that had a lot of dudes that got a lot of experience and played a lot for us. So this spring has been a little more fun. I mean, this whole off season, you're getting to know these kids even more than we already did. Now you're going to see them have their opportunity to be thrust into the fire. And, we're going to be really inexperienced this year, but there's nothing wrong with that. I love the youth. I love the inexperience. It's just our job as coaches to get them as comfortable as possible, as quick as possible. And because of it, we've had to be different and things had to be done differently till we bring our kids along and get them comfortable.
And Coach, I know you got a couple star DBs that we're going to be talking to pretty soon. So how is it, especially with a lot of skill talent in this area, in the district y'all play, how much of it does it mean to you to have guys like Deshaun and Mason to kind of rely on?
Well, I mean, the biggest thing is, man, what great young men that have been a part of this program, that have saw the growth all the way through, that have done it right, that have bought into every aspect of the process. And because of it, you've seen the growth. You've seen the elevation of their play, the elevation as a football player, and really to have those dudes back, it keeps us comfortable because they have the back end as our box. We lost a lot more in the box there defensively, so as those guys get comfortable, have those guys to clean it up, we're going to be in a good spot, and you'll be able to use them offensively to give us that big play, big play offense. And when you got dudes like this that are special, you get to enjoy them, and we're going to enjoy it this year.
And offensively, I know you lost a quarterback at Division I level going to Liberty, but you also returned another quarterback, got a lot of playing time. Talk about him and how confident he is, knowing that it's going to be his show this year.
Yeah, it's his time now. He's not in, I guess, the shadows of Reese Mooney. He's not learning from Reese Mooney anymore. And he's in a unique situation because he was thrust onto the scene as a freshman when Reese got injured. And then, they battled back and forth last year, and he split time with Reese. And was able to see, just how tough it is to be a quarterback in this league, in this state, and to be a big-timer. It's his turn now, and he's learned everything he can and put everything into it to be prepared for his opportunity to be the guy full-time.
Yeah, I know guys like Deshaun, Mason, they earn their way to kind of be mentioned along that level, but who are some guys in spring so far that you've been pretty impressed with how they kind of approach this spring?
Yeah, everybody focuses on the main two DBs, but we got two more that are really, really good as well. That's a perfect counterbalance to those two, and Rancher Miller is the other safety, and Brian Hawkins is the other corner. Tylen Haynes is a receiver, is a young dude that gives us that big presence on the outside. R.J. Johnson at running back. We lost a lot of those dudes in the backfield, but we're really excited about R.J. Johnson, and then Brenton Paul and Hudson Byers, some dudes we feel like we have a heck of a rotation in the backfield. Jackson Martin moving into the O-line, was a nose guard for us last year, is a kid that's come over and really given us some nastiness on the O-line, which is, big question marks right now. Jaden Buchanan is a kid that has stepped up and grown up the last couple of years, waited his time, and because of it, it's just fun to watch these kids grow, and now it's their opportunity to shine.
Last year, one of the greatest seasons in Denham Springs history. Y'all made a really good run in the quarterfinals. What do you think is really the next step for this program to accomplish even more heights?
Well, I mean, sustained growth. So, you got to get comfortable being having success. You can't let it. You can't let it stalemate you. You got to continue to grow off of it, continue to fight off of it, learn from it. And a program like this, a foundation is built. Dudes have already begun to put the first floor on it. Now we'll see if we can put it on the second.
Yeah, and Coach, two more questions to wrap it up. What do you want really the guys to really take away from to really cap off spring and heading into the summer?
Yeah, I love spring because you have an idea who your dudes are coming out, going into summer, who you got to focus on, who you got to give a little more attention to because they're behind. The biggest thing is, continue to learn how to play Denham Springs football and do it our way. Physical 48 minutes of hell, I guess you could say. It's kind of how we do things. We want to be a physical football team that makes it tough to play against us. And you can't just turn that on. You've got to prepare that way. It's a mindset. And, this is really just kicking into gear what it is we're trying to accomplish.
And lastly, Coach, talk about the spring game coming up, I believe this weekend, a really big opponent. So what is your message to the Yellow Jackets fans to get out there and support y'all this Saturday?
EA could be the potential year in and year out team to win our district. It's a great top-tier football program. It gives us a great measuring stick where we're at coming out of spring and going into summer as we gear up for the season. You know, I love going against Darnell and his teams. Very physical as well, and it's just a great measuring stick, and against a formidable opponent that we're going to have to get comfortable, not just beating but competing with, because you're going to see them in district and you're probably going to see them in the playoffs as well. I mean, so this gives us a great idea, an idea of where we're at, what we need to do.
Well, Coach, appreciate your time as always with us at Gridiron Football. We're making our rounds a little bit around the area in our spring tour, and it's great to always catch up with you. It's the first time I've been back to a new field and everything,
Yeah,
so
pretty
it looks
close.
great.
Man, I appreciate you coming out.
Yes, I appreciate it, Coach.